It's your Contrarian Soul guide, Dawn, and you're listening to Sovereignty Rising, the space where we unlearn the fear and reclaim the space where we unlearn the fear and reclaim the flame. And if you've ever felt stuck, if you've ever asked yourself, why can't I just choose differently? If you've ever thought, maybe something's wrong with me, this episode is your wake-up call. You are not broken. You are not lazy. You are not unmotivated or behind. You have simply been programmed. And today we start deprogramming the belief that your power lives outside you. Welcome to Sovereignty Rising. Ditch the fear, embrace your flame. I'm Dawn Elgin, Contrarian Soul Guide, visionary mystic, and creatrix of practical spiritualism. And this is the space where we strip away the fear, burn the old stories down, and reclaim the power that was never truly lost, just buried. Here, we dive into raw, unfiltered conversations on emotional healing, spiritual awakening, and the art of unlearning everything that keeps you stuck, small, and disconnected from your truth. Together, we rise like phoenixes, flame first, fear last. Let's rise together. So let's talk about programming. You didn't come into this world doubting yourself. You came in lit up, intuitive, wild. You knew how to feel. You knew how to trust. And then be quiet. Don't be so dramatic. That's not how things work. Or maybe it was be realistic. Who do you think you are? Or maybe it was children are supposed to be seen and not heard. Programming isn't just social. It's energetic. It's spiritual. I want you to think about this. We were coded to seek permission, to self-abandon, to survive. That doesn't mean you're weak. It means you've been conditioned. And you can decondition yourself starting now. Think of it this way. We are like a laptop or a cell phone. When you get a new laptop or a new cell phone, it's not like it comes blank. It has all sorts of programs on it, especially now. You'll have like an antivirus program, you've got a typing program, and lots of these programs are great. They help it run. They help it perform the way that it should perform. And the same goes for us. When we are young, prior to the age of 8 years old, we are in a download state where we are being programmed. Our brains are in mostly theta state, which means we're absorbing the world around us. Now, this is not just from our parents. It's not just what is being directly said to us, but how we interpret the information from the world around us. That includes the TV that our parents had on, whether that was children's programs or the news, the radio or the music that is being played at that time. It includes the information coming from maybe your family's church, from school, not only from teachers, but from your peers. It includes your community, what was going in the world around you. There's a lot of things that a child is absorbing, and through its young, innocent perception, is taking that information in and trying to make sense of it. And within that sense, it's important to understand that a child needs to believe, to feel safe and secure in this world, that good things happen to good people and bad things happen to bad people. And that is encouraged and reinforced over and over again when we mete out punishment. Well, you're a bad boy, so you have bad things happen. You get spanked or you get a timeout or whatever. You're a good girl, you get a prize. Maybe it's getting to go to the movies or a ribbon. Whatever it is, our world encourages us to understand that good things happen to good people and bad things happen to bad people. So now here we are. We've got all of these programs that have been downloaded. They are not only what we have been taught, but they're the perceptions of what we've been taught, and they're the perceptions of a child. We now believe that good things happen to good people and bad things happen to bad people. So then if something bad happens in our life, then our subconscious mind is going to seek out references that it is right. So if, say, our parents split up and our dad leaves, that's why a lot of children believe that it's their fault. Because otherwise, it must be their fault. They must have been bad. Because otherwise, why would something bad like their parent leaving have happened? This is how this ends up getting taken on, is because of this very core belief of good things happen to good people, bad things happen to bad people. The same goes for other portions of our programming that have come in, and our subconscious mind will look for ways to prove that it's true. So if we have a teacher that tells us we weren't good at writing, and then later on somebody makes fun of something that we've said, we'll take it as proof that, see, I'm not a good writer. And so in this, often what will end up happening is powerlessness becomes a survival strategy. We need to understand that we have a great desire to fit in, to be accepted. We're tribal beings. We're meant to be part of something much bigger than just ourselves. And so the idea of being rejected, of being left behind, that's horrific, not only mentally and emotionally, but to our survival. And so often it becomes a survival strategy to be powerless, because maybe that's part of what helps us be part of that community, to own a role or have an identity. So let's go deeper. Powerlessness becomes comfortable when it keeps us safe. Maybe it gets us love. It gives us an identity. If I'm powerlessness, I'm not responsible. If I'm helpless, someone might come and save me. If I'm a victim, I don't have to face the shame of my own choices. Trust me, this isn't a judgment. This is about compassionate self awareness. All those things might feel safe because powerlessness is a trauma pattern that masquerades as a truth. But it's not the truth. Your power never left. You just stopped listening to it. True power isn't loud, it's aligned. You've been sold a lie if you think that power is domination or control. If you've been told that it's the hustle, being on all the time. But true power is knowing what's yours. It's moving in alignment with your own body, mind, and soul. It's choosing what you allow into your field. It's leading without performing. As the Bhagavad Gita teaches, it is better to live your own destiny imperfectly than to live someone else's life with perfection. Let that sink in. True power is quiet, it's internal, and it's anchored. And most importantly, it's available to you right now. We are each a channel or a vessel of divine power. There's a spark at the center of each of us, that spark of life, that first beat of a manifesting heart. That spark is an aspect of creation, universe, God, goddess, mother, father, God, source, whatever name resonates with your truth. That light is the energy of pure potential, pure perfection. That light is yourself. And when we open and align with that light, with source, we're aligning with our purpose to be a divine channel of love, light, power, of creation. Creation expanded to experience itself, and it experiences itself through you. This is why we have free will. This is why we are unconditionally loved. This is why we can always change and we can always choose again. All we have to do is awaken, to unlearn all the things that led us towards fear, anger, and all of their emotional lineages. Peace is our birthright. It is our natural state of being. I promise you. So let's do a practice, the Programming Unplug. Go ahead and get comfortable and take a breath, breathing in through your nose and out through your nose or your mouth. And if you're in a safe place, you can go ahead and close your eyes. And bring to mind a story that you were taught about yourself. Maybe it's, I'm not good with money, or I don't trust myself. I always mess things up, or I always make mistakes. I make poor choices. Someone else knows better. Maybe it's parents, teachers, preachers, or systems. And now say out loud, this story is not mine. This story was given to me. I choose to unplug from this programming. I reclaim my right to choose. And breathe. Let your body feel the difference. This is the first step. Not to be better, but to come back to yourself. So let me share my power reclamation moment with you. There was a season where I kept shrinking, even in coaching world, in spiritual spaces. I was still waiting for someone to tell me, you're allowed to take up space. I deferred, I doubted, and I definitely delayed. I would tell myself I just needed one more course, one more tool in my toolbox. Then I'd be worthy. I need another mentor or teacher. And then one day I asked, what am I actually waiting for? And the answer? Nothing. No one. In that moment, I just decided to stop outsourcing my permission. The nudge, as it often does for me, it came from a book. This one was Martha Beck's book, The Way of Integrity. I'd been asking for clarity. I'd been struggling, feeling really low-grade anxiety pretty much all the time. It was like wearing clothes that didn't fit quite right. And for coaches, when you start your training, you're told to choose a niche, business or personal, men or women, age demographic. You get the idea. But for me, it was difficult. I have been on a surrender experiment for over 6 years. Every morning, I lay in bed and I say, I call to the highest vibration of love and light, and I ask for your guidance. Please use me, please lead me, please show me the way. And then I open. I follow the nudges, trusting my intuition. So with this in mind, I was struggling to figure out my ideal client and even what type of a coach I was. So I had conscious empowerment coach, spiritual coach, quantum holistic coach. And then in March, I'm walking my dog on the trail, listening to Martha's book, when I feel this tapping on my shoulder. Now, this often happens whenever I have asked for clarity or guidance, and I'm being given really a direct answer. The tap feels really firm and extremely physical. So I stopped the book and I replayed the part several times that I'd been listening to. It was Martha speaking about Contrarian Soul guides from ancient times. And they would make fun of or even mock social norms. And it was done in an effort to make people think for themselves, to question and not just follow blindly. And after several times listening, I finally thought, is this me? Am I a Contrarian Soul guide? And I came home and I talked to my husband and told him about this part of the book and about my experience. And immediately he's like, yeah, that's totally you. You're always stirring the pot, poking, prodding people in an effort to awaken, to instigate self-realization. And I was like, huh? I shit you not. It was like an immediate shift into alignment. I had this sudden flow of energy. I felt vibrant and alive. I immediately sat down, shifted my coaching programs. I started writing and prepping this podcast actually that afternoon. That felt, well, it really felt like my heart was bursting open. It felt a bit like being on a really great high. And from that moment forward, I started leading myself again. That's what power feels like. And it's available to us. Not some of us, all of us. So, love, here's what I want you to remember. You're not powerless. You were just programmed to forget that you were powerful. But your power, you're sovereign, and it was never up for negotiation. This week, ask yourself, where am I still waiting to be chosen, validated, or rescued? And then choose yourself. You don't have to be ready. You just have to begin. And if you want support in this process, the Unlearning Bootcamp is now open. It is a free 5-day journey and will help you unplug from the stories and return to your truth. You'll find the link in the show notes. Until then, reclaim your energy, unplug from the noise, and come home to the real you. I see the light in you, and it is freaking brilliant. I want you to see it too. You are not broken. You are not too much. You're remembering who you've always been. And this journey is just getting started. If today's episode lit something in you, hit follow so you don't miss what's coming. And if you're feeling it, leave a review. It helps with more soul-led women find this space. Want to go deeper? Come find me on YouTube, Facebook, our private Facebook community, The Awakening Circle, Instagram, TikTok, or at our website, practicalspiritualismco.com, for all the ways we can rise together. Not to worry, all those links are in our show notes. Until next time, stay sovereign, stay bold, and keep that fire lit.